going, folks? As you can see, I got started. I took the guts out of the back box. They're not too bad to take out. The back glass, all you have to do is there's two retainers here. You pull these, you can see, and you just kind of push it in. You pull them out, pull both of them out. And what that does is unlocks the top here, so your back glass can slide up, and then you just pull it out. It's kind of nice on the earlier Ballys like that. A lot of the other ones you have to tilt this whole thing out and reach in there and pull your back glass up out of there. But nothing too interesting back here. We got some vermin turds, busted light bulb, and yeah, remnants of vermin food. But we got that all taken apart. These the back mechanism, they're not too bad to take out. There's 3 screws. You can see where they put in this metal rail. We have it sitting right here on the floor. There's just 3 screws along the outside, and then you can just pull this whole thing out of there. And now it makes it easier to work on it. We can see a couple of our reset relays. Somebody's been doing a little bit of whatever, I think whatever they could. I never put down anybody that at least is trying to do something. They just may not have the skill level. But this wire here should be on the bottom, and that bottom wire should be on the top, just like it is here. You have your jumpers, and this one here you should have your jumper over to the other one, and that wire should go to the top, so we can fix that up while we have it out and we're cleaning everything in it. And if I see anything else, but of course we will fix it before we put it back in. Easier to fix it now while it's sitting on sawhorses than trying to work in this stinking back box. Yeah. But we'll get her. Next I'm going to go ahead and I'll get the playing field up out of there. And once I get the playing field out, then I'll show you what we're going to do next. We'll take that bottom mech up out of there. I always do. I don't care what anybody says. It's just so much easier to pull that whole mech out, set it on sawhorses, and clean everything there instead of leaning down over the inside and then not being able to stand up and you're walking around like this all the time. You're going to be looking at your fly the whole time you're walking around until you can straighten up. But let me get that playing field up out of there, and I'll show you what we're going to do next after that. Before we take the playing field up out of there, I wanted to show you a couple of things before we actually got that up out of there. You can see there's this post sitting here. See him? And focus up, and there's a clip right here. What those are for is you use one of these rubbers off the playing field, and you loop that around on that clip down here, and then hook it over here so your wires are up like this. That way when you hook them up, your wires stay up out of the way. Because you can see down in here we have a bunch of switches and relays and that, and you don't want wires laying on them. And I see on this one it's easier to it's easier to get to the playing field Jones plugs in here, going down through the hole. You can just lift them Jonesy plugs. See, there's what's left of a rubber, and there on this one for the playing field. Okay, you can take your rubber goinker here, and just wrap it up and hook it on that post. And what that does is that keeps your playing field wires up off all the switches. Trust me, I learned my lesson a long time ago. Just tucking all them wires up, back up in there, and the next thing you know, you're putting everything down and nothing's working. Switches aren't working. Switches are staying closed, and you lift it up, and what happened? You lift it up, and then the wires move up off the switches, and you're looking, and there's nothing going on. Well, what the hell's wrong? Until you finally figure it out after half a day of screwing around that it's your damn wires laying on your switches. So remember, keep them switches, those wires up away from your switches, and everything will be copacetic. Ooh, word for the day, copacetic. Okay, got the playing field up off of there. Got the back box off of there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take up this whole board with all the switches and everything. It's only held down by 4 9/16 bolts. One on either corner up in here. What you'll have to do though is you have to remove your chime unit, unplug your door. Those are the wires for your door. Those plug. Got to clean them anyway. And then we have our tilt mech and flipper on that side, and should be, yep, the flipper over here. Now the on-off switch, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we'll have to just take those 2 Phillips screws out of there, and we can pull the on-off switch up out of there. Chimes units, there's a Jones plug right underneath of them. Just pull that up out of there. Got a couple wing nuts up here. And take off our wing nuts. Right down in there. Wing nut. Now we should be able to just pull him right off of there. And there's our chimes unit. And I see this one has little rubber dookies for stoppers on the bottom. So we're not going to have a clunk on the Bally, which is good. Those will be nice sounding. Come on. We'll get to, I'll put them over here with all my other junk. Now, one man's junk, another man's treasure. Just have a bunch of arcade boards, monitor I got to rebuild, and some solenoid boards for 80s Williams. What I got? Oh, I got that side of the Black Pyramid. That's at the store. I put a brand new MPU in my Black Pyramid because that one is being used quite often, which you'll be seeing again. We'll be doing another series on it. I'm not happy with the play field on it, so we're gonna redo the play field on Black Pyramid. I'll bring that out home. I can't really do stuff at the store because of the type of store I have. With the YouTube, they're not keen on what I do, so they may demonetize me because I do this. That's what I sell at the store. Plus I have a lot of my arcade machines there at the store. But I have another channel, but they won't monetize me because of what I do. They just don't like it. So that's why I have to bring everything out home and do it in my garage. That's why my car has to sit outside the garage now, because the garage is full of arcade machines and pinball machines and stuff that has to be worked on. So we got plenty of stuff to do. Don't worry about that. I have a really nice series on this machine here, on this gambling machine. It's a 5-liner. There's our play field for Monte Carlo. But yeah, I have a really nice series coming up sometime or another. Once I got one problem in this that I have to figure out. I can't get into it to set the jackpot, so I can't get into the game. I can get into quite a bit of it, but it won't let me go any further until I reset the jackpot. And this is a Unidesa gaming machine from Italy. So naturally, there's not a whole hell of a lot of stuff out there. Italy? No, not Italy. What the hell? Am I telling you something? No. Where the hell? Gosh, it's been so long since I've pissed with this thing. Anyway, I sent away, they sent me a PDF of all the manual for this machine, but it's in Spanish, so it's not Italy. And I'm slowly deciphering it, and I've tried some stuff that they tell to do in the manual, and it's not working out. So it's another project. It's one that is gonna be done. Just gonna take me some time to get everything figured out on it. But I have a really nice series on that. You should have seen that thing when I got it in. Same with this Deuces Wild. It's kind of a workbench right now. That's the monitor sitting over there that I got to rebuild. Well, you don't want to focus today. Being kind of ignorant. Anyway, back to our Monte Carlo that we are working on. We're not working on that stuff right now. We're working on this. So we're gonna get this up out of here so we can see if there's any little treasures. What do we got there? Oh, some more wires that are cut. Interesting. I think those went to the meter. The meter! How many games were played on this? Look at that. 74,706. That's a couple nickels, dimes, and quarters pumped through this machine. Looks like somebody used some lamp cord to jump it over. Let's see what we can figure out on that. That's old too, because that's that old cloth tape. That was done quite a many moon ago. But let's get this up out of here and see if we can find any little treasures hiding underneath of the board. See some junk in the corner, but we want treasures. We want something fun and not a dead vermin either. Okay, now I got this all undone. There's 3 other screws that you got to take out. There's those screws there. There's 2 of them on either one of these. There's 2 on the front cross brace and 1 on the back cross brace. They didn't put one of these big bolts in the back because you can't get at it to it because of that big long set of switches. And had to unhook the knocker unit. That Jones plug is just right under the game count. Okay, now this is going to be one heavy little mother. So if I fall out of the picture with it, and you don't hear from me. But unless one of you want to come take this out, I'll gladly let you come and you can pull that out for me. but I figured there's going to be no takers, so let's get this out of here. Slide that back a little bit so I can get under it. Good thing I ate my Wheaties this morning. Okay, that's it. Got her sitting over here on the sawhorses. We'll take a look at that here in a second. I want to see what's in here. I got some wire and of course screws. Always dropping screws and can't find them. I'll always save those. Look at that. This machine's already made us some money. 10 cents. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at there. Another one. 20 cents. Like some kitty litter. Some of the stickers. Game over interlock relay. Okay. There's one of them little pee-pee rings. That's about it. Yeah, there's another one. What we got there? Slingshot assembly. Well, that's what's in her. And when I was getting ready to set this up, I think, yeah, we'll flip this over and do a little work on that bottom just to secure it so it doesn't get too stupid. But overall, decent. Not too bad. Now we can come over here and see, isn't this just a lot easier to work on this unit with it sitting up out of the box? So get all this cleaned up. And I see they did some more tape in here. Changed the cord, of course. That doesn't look too safe. But other than that, we'll clean all the Jonesy plugs up, since the machine is jonesing for it. There's our interlock. Not interlock, but our delay coil. If you're not familiar with the delay coil, I have. I printed it out. Purpose of the time delay circuit is to prevent unnecessary abuse of the machine and Let me start this over. Purpose of the time delay circuit is to prevent unnecessary abuse of the machine it is installed in. The time delay is energized anytime one of the slam switches are made to contact, which there's one on the door, and there's usually one on this guy. There's usually one down on the bottom here somewhere. Yeah, there he is. There it is right there, sitting down in there. That's if in case somebody kicks the bottom. You kick the bottom or kick the door. Okay, one on the front door, one on the mechanism mounting board. Mechanism mounting board. Okay, the switch should be adjusted to have approximately 1/16 inch gap between the contacts. The weighted blade should be adjusted to attain the desired sensitivity. Decreasing the gap between contacts will make switch more sensitive. Open the gap will reduce sensitivity. The total time the delay relay is energized can be varied by changing the number 455 light bulb mounted on the delay relay frame. In other words, this 455 is a flasher. If you kick the bottom, kick the door, the light comes on, it trips the solenoid, the light comes on, it heats up, and then when it goes to flash, it shuts the coil down. And it just, I'm not real positive other than that, except for, then it's less abuse, because if you kick the machine, that delay comes on and it kills the machine. Okay, light bulb mounted on the delay relay frame. If unable to get short enough time of delay, get a Westinghouse number 455 bulb. These units are considerably faster. In other words, they flash faster. If still unable to bring the time down, check the location voltage. It should not be under 49.5 AC on the transformer secondary. Transformer secondary. Primary, power in, secondary, out. So what it does is it just kills the machine. That way people aren't trying to beat the hell out of it and trying to get the ball to do whatever they want it to do. Okay, now that we got this all taken apart, now we can get it all cleaned up in here. And like I said, we made 20 cents already on this machine. Isn't that special? What is that? Oh, that's just a piece of tape. Okay. But yeah, plenty of screws. Those will go in the spare box. So we have some extra screws for things. What's in this little pile? Vermin turds. Okay. So next on our list is we need to get started on our back box. I think I'm going to do two different series. I'll be doing two different things here at the same time, because you have to wait. There's some wait time in between as you're working on this, for stuff to dry. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll save the cabinet repair and back box for another episode. What we're going to do in this episode next is we're going to start cleaning. We'll clean all the switches on the base mount here, and the back box, and the playing field. We'll get all our contacts and everything all cleaned up, so that's all ready to go in when we're ready to start putting it all back together. That way I can kind of get some series put together all at once. Can film two different series while I'm working on two different things. That way we can move along with it and keep us busy. I do know we're going to take that door off. We've got to take that door off, and so we can work on the front of this. So that's fun stuff. So what do you think? Hit the like button if you like what we're doing. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I know nobody gets this far anyway, but go ahead. So until next time, see ya.